there gamers, today we have a preview of Dreamwood. Hey there gamers, it's Professor Meg here, and welcome back to the Board Game Co channel. Today we have a preview of Dreamwood by Lost Games, and this is a crowdfunding campaign, so you can check out the link down below for everything that they have planned. Now, this is a sponsored video, but this is also a prototype copy in front of me, so all rules, components, and things like that are subject to change. But Dreamwood is going to be quite a snappy game, playing in about 20 minutes for 3 to 6 players. So it's meant for a larger group where you're going to be able to play this pretty quickly and possibly even play it again if you would like. But players are going to choose their different animal factions, and with that they're going to have their different animal meeples, and everyone simultaneously is going to be bidding for control of different tracks. Now, you are going to be doing this secretly, but then once all is revealed, you're going to see who wins each track, and all of these tracks are going to have bonuses as well. So the entire point of the game is going to be advancing along these 5 different tracks, hopefully getting further than anyone else in as many as possible, and some of them, especially this track down here, will actually help you advance in other tracks, but other tracks like this one, the breeding one, will be very important because that's how you get your extra little animeeples that are over there in the reserve. So you are going to be trying to advance in each of these different tracks, and the game end is going to be triggered when a player reaches this spot in any of the 1 tracks. So for just one of them, it has to be reached, and then game end will be triggered, the round will be finished, and then the thing that's really clever is that the point scoring is going to be a point for everyone behind you. So for example, this bottom row here, it obviously wouldn't end looking like this far back, but if this was the order of the players, then the orange player would get 3 points, the green player would get 2 points, and the blue player would get 1 point. So I do really think that this scoring system is, I don't want to say clever because it is just very straightforward, but I think that it makes this very smooth and very easy to understand, and it makes it very important for you to see as a player where you need to be, and if you're ahead of someone else in front of you, that's how you know that you're going to be scoring even more victory points for that certain track. So I do feel that some games will give you points for being in certain places for certain tracks, but in this game, it's pretty easy to tell where you're getting points and from where, and you're just trying to get ahead of everyone else in this race. Now, I currently have the game set up for 4 players, so you can see the 4 different player boards here, and as I said, you do get your animeeples, so you can see the turtles over here. Now, this game is open information in the sense that you know exactly how many of these meeples all of the players have. So at the beginning of every round, you're first going to draw an event card, and you can see here on the event card how many spaces you're going to be able to move forward if you win the majority for each of those tracks. So again, if we are going to start a new round, we would flip over a new event card to start the round, and then you can see how important it is to go for certain areas. For example, this central banner here is not as important right now because no matter what, if you come in first or second place, you'll move forward 2 spaces. Now, I will note that this final banner is only if you're playing with 5 or 6 people, so you can see that you would award 2 points for that column no matter what place you came in, even if you're playing with a 5 or 6 player game. But you can see over here in breeding, where it would be 3 spaces and 3 spaces in a 3 to 4 player game, but in a 5 to 6 player game, someone would actually move 2 spaces, so that would be a reason for you to want to be ahead. Now, as you can see, this track has certain things moving forward 4 spaces, such as our leisure over here, and that's great because that's actually the track that helps you move forward in all of the other tracks. So this one may be the one to try to go for, but that being said, other players may be trying to go for that particular track, so you may try to want to go for something else. So just to be completely clear, these are the 4 different player boards, and normally this would be hidden information. So when you are placing these out, choosing where you want to try to vie for control, it would be completely hidden until everyone then reveals together. So for the sake of this, I am just showing you, but that's what it would look like. So we would say our purple player here obviously wants to go for this higher track. So let's say they put 3 people down there, and we'll have them put 4, thinking that that's pretty good, and then they would maybe kind of just decide on the other tracks, hoping that people don't go for other things. So you can see where someone might fill something out, trying to go towards something that they want, and then kind of evening out. Now, another player may choose to, as I said, go for other things. So this one is the breeding one that's going to get you even more of your meeples out. So this player may choose to put 3 over here, thinking that, oh, it's pretty safe because a lot of people are going to be going for the leisure track, but they still want to make sure that they win it, so they're putting that up there. But it is a 3-3 tie, so it is okay if they come in second place, but it would be bad if they came in third or fourth place for that. So then this player may also choose to not pay into other things, thinking that it's not really a safe bet. So they might just spread out like that, hoping maybe they'll jump in on this one as well. Now, to show you exactly how the game progresses, I am going to fast forward us a little bit so you can see what every player would bid, and then I'm going to show you how you move along this central board here, because as you do, that's how you're triggering these special effects that are going to do special things for you. So not only is it important for you to be getting ahead of other players, because those are victory points you're potentially giving up if they get ahead of you, but you're also triggering these special things that are helping you get ahead of other players as well, because a lot of them are either going to help you get ahead on other tracks or gain meeples and things like that that are going to help you win things in the future. Alright, and now that all of the players have made their choices, again, this would be hidden and they wouldn't show this until everyone has made their choices and locked them in, but then this is revealed and you're going to see who won the different majorities for the tracks. So starting up here with our food track, we're going to see, and our turtles up here have 3, they are going to win the majority over there, so they're going to be able to advance 3 over here on this track. Now, the food track is going to give you these ×2 tokens, which are pretty cool, that you're able to choose to use them when you want to when you place your workers, but once you use them, they are returned to the general supply at the end of that round, so it is a use it or lose it type of ability, but it can be really important, and you're going to see what that happens on the next track. But before we move on, there is a second place to be won. So we have this food track here that's going to be our second place, so we're going to move forward 2 spaces as well over here, and they are also going to gain a ×2 token for future use on other rounds. Now moving forward to the breeding track, we are going to take a look, and we have 2 for this player, 3 for this player, 1 for this player, and we have 2 workers for this player, but they have a ×2 token in that row, showing that they're going to actually have 4 workers instead. So green is also going to win this column here, meaning they're going to move forward 3, 1, 2, 3. So they would gain another one of their workers for future rounds as well. And then taking a look, this player would be in second place, so orange is also going to get to move forward 1, 2, 3. Everyone's kind of together over there, and they would also gain another worker for themselves. Now moving forward to the exploration, again it's 2 and 2, so first and second place doesn't matter quite as much, but we have 2 over here, a 1 over here, and nothing over here. So green is just doing really well with this round for the first few things, but they're going to move forward 2 over here on that track, so they haven't quite yet hit the special ability, which I'll go over the other abilities after I go through how this works. But then the second place player is going to be the orange. So orange is also going to move forward 2 spaces. So they would go 1, 2, and there they are. And then the next one is going to be shelter. So for shelter, we have a 3 over here, which I think is the majority, yes. So orange is going to be able to move forward on that, 1, 2, 3, meaning that they're going to be able to draw one of these cards. So this is going to allow them to advance 3 times on any track that they choose, meaning that they would be able to hopefully trigger some special abilities. I won't do that now because I do want to go over the abilities for you, but that's what that player would be able to do with that. Now after that we have blue in second place, so blue is going to be able to move forward twice, not quite being able to draw a card yet. And then finally in our leisure row, which was the one that you're able to move that whopping 4, purple was able to come through and win that and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the second place would go to blue, so blue is going to be able to go 1, 2, 3. Now, I did mention what some of these special abilities are, but just to go through them with you, This one is going to be gaining the ×2 tokens, which you're able to use once and then return them to the supply to double your amount of workers. You have the breeding, where you're grabbing your other workers that you don't start off the game with. Then you have here, this is a special ability where you're going to be able to draw tokens from the bag for the number that you have unlocked. So for example, if you were already here, way up here at the top of this track, you would be able to do this 3 times, but you're actually going to draw a token from the bag and then advance on that specific track. So here you can see this was actually that same track where we would be able to advance again, but you would do that for the number of times that you have advanced on that track at the end of the round. So that would be an end of round ability that you would get to do. Now, as I noted, these ones are drawing these cards here for resources, and the leisure one is allowing you to move forward on the other tracks, potentially triggering other abilities to unlock something for you. Overall, the pace of play of Dreamwood is going to be quite snappy, where players are going to have their different workers, they're going to secretly be placing them out after seeing the event card, choosing what they might want to try to go for, what special abilities they're close to triggering, or what tracks they want to stay ahead on because they don't want to lose victory points in certain areas, but you're going to secretly place them all out, unveil them together, see who wins the majorities, move all of your different workers ahead, and then move forward to the end of the round where you trigger any special abilities, such as drawing from the bag, and then move on to the next round. So it is a pretty fast-paced game where everyone is constantly doing this bidding, where you're trying to outplay your opponents and see who's going for what. You might be able to fool each other and try to go for something that you don't think anyone else is going for, or make them think that you're really invested in a particular track and then just let it go and focus on other tracks instead, because you can in this game try to stay pretty even to everyone else, or you can try to just zoom ahead on certain tracks to try to win that over and lock it in for yourself. So there's quite a few strategies as well, but as I said, this is a very fast-paced game, so you also don't want to dive too much into what you're doing because you want to try to accomplish it before anybody else. And one of the best parts I think about this game is that everything is almost completely open to information. So you know exactly how many workers all of your opponents start off with. You know when they get the ×2 tokens because they're hitting it on the track or getting it through the different cards, but you know exactly what everyone has, where they are on the tracks when you're making these decisions as to where to bid on the different rows. So it really is up to you what you want to try to go for and how you think you might be able to get ahead of other people and try to trick them and fool them with what they might think you're doing too. So this has been a preview of Dreamwood. You can check out the campaign link down below for everything that they have planned. I've been Professor Meg, and thank you all for watching the Board Game Code channel. I'll see you next time. Bye!